What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and of course you can probably tell by the title, thumbnail, something that this is going to be a special rebuild. Maybe this kills it on YouTube. Maybe this just takes off and tons of people do these. Maybe this is the only one we ever do. But if you guys are interested in this concept, which I will get into in a moment, and you just enjoy rebuilds or you're trying to help our rebuilds reach the top so I can do more of them, maybe leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. And that's pretty much that. But basically, if it wasn't too obvious at the title or thumbnail, which I have no idea what it says, we're going to be doing a speed rebuild, but it's going to be a little different. Normally when you see a speed rebuild, you think maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes. You get to build the roster for a year. It happens, whatever. Hopefully no one's come up with this idea. I am going to be doing a speed rebuild over the span of several seasons. I think for the very first one, I'm going to test it out with 3 years, and I decided to take the team that has the least amount of EA luck, which is the Minnesota Vikings. So before we get into it, the rules I have stated so far, if you have better suggestion for time, constraints, whatever it may be, let me know in the comment section below, and if you have any other rebuild ideas, let me know as well. But what I think we're going to be doing is we're going to allow ourselves 20 minutes of roster building. And the reason why I say roster building is because I think as far as actually drafting or scouting, we're going to leave that off the board. Unless you guys want us to, we're going to leave that off the board. However, as far as actually taking the player, like if we're trading, that's going to count. As soon as we start trading or trying to sign a free agent in the bidding process, that is when the clock is going to go, just so it's physically possible for us. So if we go in the draft and we decide we want to take a player, no time's going to come off the clock. However, if we decide we want to trade the pick away for something, we will have the clock continue. So 20 minutes is what we'll have. And of course, just to make it also a little bit more fair, we want to take a look at the roster for A, you guys, and B, us. I need to know who might be tradable. So as far as first glances go, I think Justin Jefferson would be a number 2, Adam Thielen number 1, and then Sharp sitting at number 3. Or we trade Sharp off depending on what he's worth. Madison, definitely a trade piece. O'Neal has star development. That's kind of nice, actually. Solid player there. Maybe move Bradbury over to right guard or something like that. Elfline lost his star development. Reef would be a guy I would like to replace. As far as tight end goes, it's going to be tough because Rudolph has a long-term contract. I don't know if we're going to be doing, if we're doing 3 seasons, I don't know if Rudolph will ever be replaced. He is 30. I might just want to keep Irv for one more season. As far as defensively goes, I think Troy Dye is going to start at right, and then we trade off Gideon, Connolly, and Wilson. And then for corner, maybe Dantzler, maybe Gladney get a decent chance at starting. But as far as what I want to attack, it's defensive tackle, 1 corner, 2 offensive linemen, and then maybe if we have time, a wide receiver. The tough part is, I don't know the contract situation. I'm going to leave that out. I want that to be kind of more on the random side. I don't know who we're going to have to re-sign. I don't know who we physically can't keep. So I don't know how much time I should allow myself. I think as far as the first season goes, maybe about 7 or 8 minutes, I think is where I'm going to be using my time. So this is going to be a bit tough. As soon as I go into trade block, as soon as I hit manual trade is when the clock is going to start. And I don't know if there's a better way to do this. I'm just going to sync the times up. So, what do we want? The thing is, I don't want this to be too repetitive, so I'm going to try to avoid having the same trades, same players, and whatnot. But for this one, O-line's a huge need. Is it going to be Mr. Quentin Nelson? We'll see. We'll see what the value is. But we are about to start the clock in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so the clock is started. I'm going to get these guys on the freaking list. Put Tajay Sharp there and put 1 linebacker on the list. Gideon, quickly go across the board here. Washington has 2. The Rams have 2. The Patriots, that could be a little sneeze? A little steal. The Falcons, can we get Julio? Quick shot at Julio. Maybe. Go to Grady Jarrett. Okay, there's a couple of options here. I don't want to spend too much time here, but I'd be willing to make a play for Julio. That'd be a big name for us to get. I don't think this is going to be possible. We've already wasted 42 seconds. Third round pick. I really don't want to get rid of draft picks, but at the same time, it kind of saves us time from trading down if that's what we're going to do. This might just be a waste of time. Of course, if you couldn't tell, this is going to be a fantasy style, obviously. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Dantzler, I don't think they'd want him. Do they want, like, Horton Hill? What's his name? Horton Hill? Damn, we are wasting a lot of valuable time. Wilson maybe a little bit better. Oh, not maybe better. He's literally the same. Ooh, we are making a very poor case here for ourselves. This is not good in the slightest. We've already wasted a minute and a half, and we didn't land a single freaking player. Brandon Brooks probably lasts at least 2 years. This could be a bit of a too much. It is. So Brandon Brooks is actually a really good trade piece for a fantasy. No, it's too much. I should have just taken it. The value we just lost in time is too much. We get that trade. Okay, so we have another lineman on the list. Let's move Madison over. Sharp, and then the right outside linebacker. Okay, not that. That doesn't help us at all. Washington, once again, was very high on the list. Let's go to maybe Desmond. Desmond King, hello. Not interested. Okay, let's move on. Buccaneers, I don't know what we could get. Godwin, maybe? Not very likely. Gronk, that's O.J. Howard. He will easily be traded for there. Gronk, really just looking for high overall players. Could go for Ali Marpet. Don't know if I want that, though. Washington, do we need D-line? I don't even know. Oh, yeah, we needed one DT. Okay, might be able to overtrade, but we got Matthew Ioannidis on top of it. We're very close to being done. Who else did I have on my freaking list? Did I trade Tajay Sharp? I might have already done it all. Did we do it all? Once again, checking the roster here technically counts. We already had our look, so it would only be fair. Riley Reef, maybe for someone that's more meaningful. The Vikings are actually a really good roster. Oh, yeah, we could use a corner. Can we get Fuller? Really need a corner. I don't know if that's possible, though. We're probably going to need both of these to be a green and then trade like a first round for anyone halfway decent. The thing is, nobody wants both of these players at the same time. They're like, nah, man, I don't need him. Oh, no, I don't need that guy. 3 minutes left. Do I really just go Sheriff? I feel like that's kind of cheesing. Like, it's a fantasy, so it doesn't, you know, there's no parameters, but I just don't want to, like, I'm trying to think of future speed rebuilds because, oh, come on. We're going to need some of these players. I don't want to, like, use them all up on a rebuild one like this. We've made a poor decision today. Crap. Do we have anything? No, I wanted to start Troy Dye. We can't do that. This is a bad. We're wasting too much time for a player it looks like we're not even going to get. Wilson, did we do that already? Oh, my. Does this team not have, like, 2? A first-round pick for Sheriff seems a little high. Actually, he's a superstar now. That's probably why he's going for so much. Regardless, we got the trade, and we're going to stop the clock right now. So we took 4:22 off the clock. We did not add to the cornerbacks. However, we added a lot to the offensive line. Of course, different rebuilds are going to have different trades. This one, more offensive line heavy. Couldn't really get an offensive weapon. We tried to get one. It just didn't work out. So, like I said, certain things are going to count. Certain things aren't. I think we're going to be moving Sheriff to left tackle. What's his contract? He has a 1-year deal, so I'd rather keep him at guard. What about Brooks, who apparently is being paid $0 by us? Nice. Oh, okay, he's got a long time on his contract. Left tackle, Brandon Brooks. Elfline, maybe a left guard. So, yeah, actually, we did need Sheriff. I didn't really think about it, but we're kind of in a bad spot there. I mean, if we didn't get Sheriff, we'd be missing 2 lineman spots because Pat Elfline kind of iffy. The question is, do we even have any draft picks worthy? Like, we're going to probably end up, this is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough one. Once again, we're going to let the AI do the scouting and whatnot. Do we make re-signings count? Just to make it interesting, I think we're going to have re-signings count And then for free agency, it's a little bit tough. We will make it where anytime you're going into free agency, it's going to cost you time. The thing is, though, it is a little unfair because I am trying to, like, think, what do I want to allow? Like, I don't want us just to allow, you know, all the free agent signings in the world, but maybe a wide receiver for number 3. I might go in and try to grab one. Oh, there's a lot of hookers, and let me release some players before we keep talking. And of course, like I said, I haven't really paid attention too much to the rebuild community, so if I do see that someone has done it, or you guys see someone that has done it before this exact thing, let me know in the comment section below, or it'll just be in the pinned comment or the description. I'll shout them out because obviously I don't want to just steal someone's idea, but I don't think anyone's done a multi-year speed rebuild. It's usually like a little time increment, one season kind of, you know, who does better if it's speed rebuild challenge, like versus someone, like a battle. And we're missing a few players, so the clock is going to start. I'm going to keep counting it down because it's going to be easier for me to do things. Also, it's going to be, you know, pay attention. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. I literally click them both at the same time. So wide receiver, we need Taylor Gabriel. No. I want someone fair. Actually, Taylor Gabriel would make sense. Is Noon one a free agency? Hopefully he is. I'm going to put him at number 3. We need a new safety. Who's in there? Monte Nicholson. That's a great player. And then maybe a punter because I don't like who we have currently. And I don't think punter is going to be a great situation afterwards. It's Matt Weil. I'm taking a Matt Weil, the freaking sign someone, Jordan Berry, and we're literally about to back out of it right now. All right, so on my clock, it's 4 minutes, 58 seconds. I don't know how close I'm going to be able to get it with the actual clock where, you know, on the screen, but we are now going to be moving our roster around, which, once again, we're not going to count that. I think only when you're gaining players or you're trying to gain players is when the clock should be moving. So we're not going to count it if, you know, we're just moving the roster around because the timer would have to be higher because even though I do this quick, it takes me a little while. These rebuilds take a long time. This one probably won't take as long because I'm, I'm limiting myself. Normally I spend many hours on rebuilds, but yeah, overall these moves are still going to take me just enough time. I think we could probably get it away in this case, but for the tougher teams, if we're doing a speed rebuild for, you know, most teams, it's not going to be as quote-unquote easy as the Vikings. I got to say that because the Vikings get some wicked bad, and I know I said wicked bad sim luck, and I just don't know if I'm ready for the pain that I'm about to face in a minute when we just don't make the playoffs any of the 3 seasons. Once again, I don't know if it's going to be ever a, you know, oh no, we failed the rebuild type of thing. Once again, I just want to know if you guys are interested. Ooh, we needed a corner bad. I just want to know if you guys are interested and what new parameters we should allow for this or force for this, and then what other kind of ideas you guys have. I know there's been people asking about the trade block only. We'll get to it sooner or later. I know I keep saying it, and it's not reassuring in the slightest, but promise me it'll happen. And hell, we could probably do a realistic style of this one as well, which would be quite a bit tougher, but definitely interesting. Maybe 5 seasons, realistic with only 10 minutes. I think that's more fair because you're not really going to trade as much anyways. It'd be very tough, but it'd be also very interesting and scary at the same time. All right, so I can't tell if 5 minutes is a lot or not. I feel like the first year is always the toughest for trades. I don't know if we did enough to make... Well, I mean, we should make the playoffs. I don't know if we've done enough to go far in the playoffs, though. Matthew Ioannidis is a huge addition. Really wanted a corner. I thought of it too late before, you know, our trade value is already pretty much gone. We lost a first-round pick, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be tough. We definitely need to draft corner if we can. Maybe a free agent. And I think as far as limiting us, I think we're going to limit ourselves from the big names we're used to, like no Jair, no probably no like Fred Warner or J.J. Watt or anything like that, I don't think. Maybe some of the running backs, but we have to pay full price. And don't worry about the password. I'm going to, don't worry. We can use all the little XP we can get, so let's do that. And let's move on. I think for re-signings, we're actually going to have the timer running. It's not gaining new players, but it is keeping the players, so it is very player-based. 1-6. How does EA get away with their blatant hate for the Minnesota Vikings? I don't get, and I'm a Packers fan, But anyways, we're going to go into the contracts. 3, 2, 1, go. And the freaking menu's taking so long. This is so cheese. Dalvin Cook, that's a re-signing. I know they would re-sign him in real life. 5-year deal. Glad we got that done. Yannick, that's a pretty fair contract, even though I don't really like the way pass rushers play in this game. This year, I feel like you can just go with anyone. Anthony Harris, that's too much money. Maybe we tag him. A noon one, no. I don't think anyone else is going to get a contract here. They will not back it out. So we wasted about 30-ish seconds there. And I'm so pissed off that this team is not doing well. Well, we're going to the end of the season. We have 15 minutes left on the clock for 3 total seasons. Obviously, 2 more technically. Did we make a comeback on the season? We did not. We ended up going 6-10. Once again, I just don't get it. I'm pretty sure there's maybe 1 or 2 games that differentiate while you're inside of a division. So I want to quickly see the difference in overall. So the Packers are an 85. Give them a little pass because maybe they have, Rodgers is probably, giving them sim luck. But an 87 overall Vikings team is worse than an 83 overall Bears. The Bears are going to be the last place division team in the division this year unless Nick Foles does well. Simply put, no arguments. I don't care what anyone says. Or if Matthew Stafford gets hurt, that's different. But barring any injuries, the Bears are going to be the worst in the division, not the Vikings at all. Detroit is 81 overall. 6 overalls less, and we lose. Honestly, when you do, I really wish I didn't do the Vikings for this freaking rebuild idea, because, well, it's too late now, because the Vikings are just so bad in Sim. I don't know what it is. Let's take a look at the stats anyways, just for the hell of it. Kirk Cousins, 3,800 yards, 29 touchdowns, 15 picks. I feel like the picks are a little high, but that's pretty Kirk-like, I suppose. Cook, touchdowns were down. Receiving, Justin Jefferson could be a superstar. Thielen, good season. Rudolph, good season. Anunwa, meh. O-line, absolutely garbage numbers, even for Madden numbers. Daniel Hunter was solid. Yannick was not worth the contract. Pierce was decent for his first year, even though he's not going to be playing there year 1 for himself, real life. Matthew Ioannidis, I don't know, because once again, can't really determine a DT based off of sacks. Dan Bailey, good season. And any award wins, Justin Jefferson may have actually come very close to winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, and he actually did. Nice. I'm actually trying to think, does NFC actually start any rookie QBs this year? I think it's all AFC for the most part, yeah. The big 3 is in the AFC. And I know I rhymed, it wasn't supposed to be. Yeah, if Jefferson doesn't go to Superstar, that is very harsh. But I suppose there's not much more we can do. Let's go to the Super Bowl, which we are, of course, not in if you weren't aware. How do we... I don't even know, dude. Was Sheriff on the list? I didn't see him on the re-signing list as the season was going by there. Luckily, we can afford him. This is going to be interesting. I don't think releasing players... Oh, I should have let the clock go. It is what it is. We're going to make up for it in a second. I'll add like 3 seconds to the clock. We can't afford Anthony Harris. That's just not a case. I want to see our draft picks, and I want to see what position we need. So draft picks, we freaking did not keep our first round pick, which is brutal. We have our second and our third. We need a safety. We need a corner. And I think we can get away. Oh, nice. Anthony Barr went to Superstar. That is clutch. O-line we could probably use, but I think we're fine there. We had a really good season for DevUps. Yeah, backup running back in free agency. Safety and corner in the draft, unless we find something here. We are going to let 3 seconds run off the clock right now. And then we will go into salaries. There we go. So that's fair. 3 seconds wasted. Who can we get rid of without costing the team? Rudolph, that's going to be a guarantee, right? I get Rudolph's kind of like beastly for them, but like that seems harsh. I also think we're broke. The Vikings cannot afford guys like Sheriff and Brandon Brooks on this roster. This next season is going to be the do or die season. It 100% is. Oh, that's definitely. Oh, this team's screwed. Stop. I stopped the clock at 6 dead for me. I should have just let it run because we're about to go into free agency. How much money do we have? Honestly, it's a fantasy, so we're going to allow cheesing. We need a backup. Going in right now. Oh, crap. I let... whatever. Let the clock... I wish there was a better way for me to do this. How far are we going to allow cheating? Like, am I going to allow myself to do a minimum contract for Kamara and just hope that it marinates in there? It is a fantasy after all. I don't really have any morals, so it is what it is. Cornerback, Levi Wallace. Levi it out, mate. It's literally all we can afford. Come on, get in there. Can we do one more? Last contract if we can even afford it, which I think we can. Oh, that was a waste of time. Stop the clock. Once again, we said that scouting was not going to count. Drafting the player was not going to count. How do we get Kamara? Not only do we get Kamara on minimum, but we got him on the first week? I didn't even think that was possible. Well, that helps out tremendously. The safety position is the #1 position now by far. Let me know, like I said, in the comment section below, do you think we should... Oh, Kamara is better than Cook. Okay. Do you think we should make it where when you're actually starting the draft that you have the clock running? I don't know. Troy Dye also went up to star. That's nice. So free safety is the biggest need. Corners definitely up there, but free safety is the #1 situation. Did I show you guys we didn't cheat? I don't know why I would cheat for a 6 and 10 without our first round pick. Let's see what we got. There's a guy named Marcus Weber. I mean, he looks good. I just don't know if he's good enough. Ooh, mid-5th. That guy's definitely on my list. Strong safety. Barkley, mid-1st. Can't get up to mid-1st. There's no chance. Interesting stuff. Who's this? Late? Ooh, that guy's probably worth... I don't know if we can get up there, though. That's a bit of a challenge. Put this guy in the list. Corner's not the immediate need right now, but we might have to let go of the starting quarterback right now, Hughes. Linebacker, I think we're just going to completely ignore. As far as how these speed ones go, I feel like we're going to have to just target the main players that look like they're worth spending time on. Maybe this should be less time or more years. We'll see how I feel at year 3. We'll see. But yeah, this will be something that's a little rough now, but it'll get better. 5th-year options. We probably should make that count. Mike Hughes, we can't even afford him. We let the clock go a little bit early before, so I'm just going to... We're going to ignore that. We're going to ignore it. Hell, with our luck, we probably should have went back in there. Wasted a little bit more time to get some free agents. Release some players and then grab some free agents. But oh well, it's too late now. I'll put this guy in the list for the hell of it. I think we are going to have to waste a little bit of time because I think we should go and trade up for Dugans. Is it Duggins? Dugans? I don't know. Ooh, they're both late first. I did not expect both of these to be late first. That's a very interesting finding. Dugans went that high. Wow, pick 4 freaking teen. I mean, that is high as hell. Like, our guy could go literally right after. The Jaguars. They do need corner badly, too, I'd say. Let's get that clock ready. Here we go. To the Jaguars. Pick 15. Wow, that's a bit of a trade. It's a bit of a step. Samia. Oh, he's so close. Once again, this is a fantasy, so if you really do want to see a realistic, like I said, like and subscribe maybe. And there we go. Stop the clock. And then second rounder, Marcus Weber. Corner's not that big of a need, but we might have to let go of Hughes, so maybe it is. We're going Deontay Conway. Please be good. Hidden. Oh, that's a bust. I mean, it's not a bust for Madden terms this year, but it's kind of a bust. And then we get the whole day to reorder. Nice. I want to see what this freaking safeties overall is. I'm going to cry. And Juan Barkley is a 76 overall. He's literally automatically better than our guy, like, just by default. And I know it said it like that. And the free safety went. That's a bit of a yikes. The corner, I mean, that's a long shot for him to be superstars. So, I suppose let's move to, like, mid-second. Do we trade up for the DN? That's the question. I literally was just about to pick. Is he gone? He is. No. Orlando Woodley. Do we make a grab for Mr. Finley, high 3rd? I think we're pretty much forced to take this Finley guy. Outside of that, though, I don't know who I'm willing to take. We have a 4th-round pick that's kind of high. We're going for Mr. Tim Finley, hoping that combine grade and the pursuit is good enough. He looks pretty good, actually. 23 normal. I mean, he might be the automatic starter here. We're taking a bit of a step back, which is ironic because it's probably the season we're actually going to do well. Maybe I should have went for a trade up, wasted a little bit of time, get that DT. If the DT's there, that's huge, but he won't be. Watch. Well, we're going to reach Mr. Greg Feldman. 72 overall. He's actually pretty good. Might even be the starter because the other guys aren't very, they're normal anyways. So might be worth it. Right tackle. That was not a good draft. We didn't waste much clock, but is the clock going to matter if we suck? I don't know. Let's resume. I don't really care who we trade to. Keep a 6th-round pick. Go to the Bears because they're the first team. 3rd rounder? Crap. 4th rounder. The worst part is they have a very high pick and the clock. All right, Aaron Newberry, the new fullback. The Newberry fullback. Sorry. Not a single hit in development, unfortunately. I am kind of curious to see what some of the guys we missed were. I can't wait to see, the corner we wanted. Actually, our corner was there. We traded up and oh, damn. Can't wait to see Dugans, I suppose. See how good he was and then see the safety. Both probably going to be hidden. I can't wait. So Mr. Eddie Dugans, only normal. He is solid, though. He's a 76 overall. Based on ratings, he is better than our guy, but, both normal. And then Juan Barkley, just a lot of normals, I guess. He's very good, though, I will admit. Anyone else I'm trying to think of? Oh, yeah, York, 73 overall. Once again, normal, so I guess it doesn't really matter in the long run. And then I don't care, simply put. All right, this is a little unfair, but we need backup, so we have to spend a little bit of time on that. I believe we need 1 or 2 linemen. Mainly safety and linebacker, though. Let's go. All right. Oh, yeah, I need a QB as well. I don't know how much we're going to afford here. All right, we end with 818. And we pretty much have a full roster. Not all the way. And I will say we are definitely going to be losing some players this year because we just can't afford them. This is what the team looks like. Obviously, a bit of an improvement in the terms of the offense getting another season under their belt, as Justin Jefferson is an absolute monster now. Thielen gets a little bit worse, but it's fine. We have Kamara as a backup. Kirk Cousins got a little bit worse, I believe. O-line, once again, about the same, maybe even a little bit better. Defense, lots of DevOps. Maybe that'll help. We do drop down in free safety. We do improve in corner, but we're about to lose Hughes, and there's nothing we can do about it. There might be even more we lose, but as far as what we know until re-sign period, that's the story. And we're broke. All right, getting the clock ready in 3, 2, 1, go. 8:20 on the clock now. What is the money? Harrison, Brian, I would love to re-sign, and we cannot afford. So we're going to lose Harrison, Brian O'Neill, Mike Hughes, and some time because I can't. Okay, nice. Here we are headed to the playoffs, and we do make it at 9-7, the second best in the division. The Bears on the top. Looking at Kirk Cousins' season, yards are a little bit down, touchdowns are up, picks are slightly down. That's the answer there. The rushing game was really good. About 2,000 yards, maybe even a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more than 2,000 yards, 20-plus touchdowns. Receiving, Justin Jefferson could be an X factor. Thielen, really bad season. Rudolph, a little bit worse as well. O-line, a little bit better, but not by much. Sack totals, Daniil Hunter with 13, 7 for Ngakoue, and the DTs are kind of iffy. Looking at the kicking, Dan Bailey needs to go. This is a very big year because not only is it the second to last year, assuming we only do 3 seasons for this, but also we can't really afford anything else. Honestly, I think we're going to lose the whole team. Conway is defensive rookie of the year, apparently. Jefferson, best wide receiver yet again. I think we're going to lose the whole damn team at this rate. But at least we get a game against the Seahawks. 88 overall for us, 83 for them. Please make it count, Minnesota. We're about to lose 3 big players, not even just regular players. Starting right tackle, starting corner, and the starting strong safety. The DBs, the secondary is going to get so much worse. This has got to be a very good run. But I will say, in previous rebuilds, when we kind of struggle with a good team, when we lose a couple of players, the next season, for some reason, we're better. It's happened a lot of times. Here we go. The Seahawks have the EA sim in their blood. It's a close game so far. Huge touchdowns for us. No real consistency, though. Right before half, we get the touchdown, 21-18. Did they go for 2 on that one? I don't even know. 28-21. That's a close call. This is going to be a tied game. Minnesota, please. Touchdown. Clutched up. We move on to the divisional round. What a freaking game. Kirk Cousins with 329 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Russell Wilson, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, 257 yards. Dalvin Cook, I know he fumbled twice. He carried the damn team. I don't care what anyone says. He absolutely carried it. Looking at the defensive side of things, sacks, interesting picks. They did have 2, which is not good. I think it was 2, right? All right, going against the New York Giants, 9-7 for them, 9-7 for us. We have the better overall team. You can't really ask for too much better of a start for the playoffs. There could definitely be harder teams to play, so we got to make this opportunity count. Don't like John Gruden there for a second. Buffalo beats the Patriots, which is probably good. Patriots have that sim luck on them. Come on, Kirk. You could beat Daniel Jones, right? Huge rushing touchdown probably for Dalvin because he carries us. Defense is doing well. Offense just needs to make something happen. 3 straight drives, no points for the Giants. You got to make a count there. 24-7, 24-7. It continues. 31-7, 38-7, and the Giants, they've got the fork in them. They've got the 52-7. Oh my. Never seen a team hit 60 in the playoffs, I don't think, in Sim, but that was kind of close. Kirk Cousins, really solid game. Daniel Jones, not bad either. And oh my lord, Dalvin Cook. Jesus, he is good. He's kind of good. If you didn't know, Dalvin Cook, decent player. D-line crushed it, I cannot lie. That was a highlight performance. Moving on to, is this the championship round for Minnesota of all teams? I see them in the Super Bowl every once in a while, but it usually takes about 4 or 5 seasons. This could be a little bit of a magical one. And I'll show you guys the playoff schedule. You know, 1 game played, no force wins. 1 game played, no force wins. Moving on to the championship, please, no good teams. Oh, not the Saints. They always win. We're a better overall than them, but it's Madden Sim. Let's just call it how it is. We're going to lose. But it is the Vikings versus the Saints, so the Saints shouldn't have a chance. All right, here we go. Come on, New Orleans. Damn it, New Orleans. Damn it, Minnesota. Come on. Make a play. This is our chance. I'll take 3, but I'll take more next time, please. Very interesting 12-14 score. You need a touchdown here. You get it. You don't get 2 points, though. Start of the 4th. You're up 1. You need a touchdown there. I don't like this. Whose ball is it? Did we just win? Did we just win? Are the Minnesota Vikings headed to the Super Bowl? I think they are. Drew Brees, you can suck it. Wow, he kind of did. No need to suck it anymore, Drew. I'm not going to say anything more. 3 interceptions. Yikes. I believe they already won the Super Bowl year 1, though. Dalvin is just, I mean, he's a young fella. I'm not sure why he's going so damn ham for a ring already. He's like, you know what? I'm a running back. You never know when they're going to get rid of me. Let's just make it count. And there we go. 25-21. Minnesota moves on to the bowl of soup. I could actually use a bowl of soup. I haven't had soup in months. Nah, I'll probably just wait till winter properly hits. Of course, for XP sliders, this is what we rocked, in case you're curious. You like these sliders for some reason. It's kind of just what I go with sometimes, so it is what it is. And of course, for whatever reason, if you thought we cheated again somehow, there you go. The last game of the year against the Colts. I mean, this has been a pretty interesting run all the way. Oh, they're 8-8. They're destined. It's GG. As far as DevUps go, Jefferson, all the way to X Factor. You are a monster. Absolute monster. Dalvin already was an X Factor, I believe. As far as defense goes, Finley went up to star development, which is big for a rookie. That's really nice. I mean, this is good, decent team, obviously. And nice couple of DevUps. I will take it. After our upgrades, did we get to a 90? I don't think we did. Here it is. Last game going against the Colts. 89 for us, 87 for them. They're a solid team. Now I wish we would have taken Quentin Nelson. It could have been the difference between us winning and losing this game. We'll see. Imagine it's like Quentin Nelson receiving touchdown. I'm not happy. All right, Minnesota. You know the rules of the game. The Colts have freaking Jameis Winston. If you don't have at least 4 picks this game, I'm going to cry. I don't know whose side I want to be on. I just want to be on the side that's winning, I guess. So, left to right, right to left, whatever happens. This is scary. I don't like this. I'd much rather have both teams scoring like 50 touchdowns. I lied. No touchdowns. No 50 touchdowns. We've done it. We've done it. The first, I don't even know what you want to call this, 3-year speed rebuild is a success. And of course, we still have a lot of time left on the clock. Of course, did I say 20 in the beginning? I clearly meant 10, right? 10 minutes, not 20. Maybe we do drop it to 10 and then just make it where re-signings don't count, but everything else does. I'm not sure. But once again, I think there's a lot of potential for something like this. So I'm really curious to see what other provisions can be made. You guys always have a lot of great ideas, so I imagine something from the comment section will be implemented. And I know I have to actually respond to the comment section soon, because I keep missing days. You guys have just been killing it so much that it's hard for me, and I'm just like, oh, can't be bothered. There's 100 comments. I don't want to, but I always do. Maybe I forget one video here and there, but I usually do. I usually batch respond, though. I usually look at like 2 or 3 videos within the span of half an hour, because it usually takes me about half an hour to read and respond to everything. But the Minnesota Vikings are on top of the football world. You don't see them constantly winning the Super Bowl in year 2, year 3, so suck it, nerds. I want to be like, well, technically, it really didn't do that much. We did. We have a star free safety that we drafted. Troy Dye isn't expected to start. We started him. We got Matthew Ioannidis. We got the corner. We got Kamara, who really doesn't matter, to be honest. And then we moved, we got 2 linemen through trade. So all those things, you take away those 2 linemen, it's not happening. James White got crushed. And I'm going to assume Matthew Ioannidis was a big part of that. Just going to be 100% honest with you. Hunter and everyone did their part. Kicking, Dan Bailey was perfect, while Jake Elliott, probably doesn't matter. It was blocked anyways. Let's go for a final season. This is a bit quick, so like I said, all suggestions are fair suggestions to me. Maybe it wasn't that quick, actually, because there wasn't much in between. There's a lot of talking. I apologize if I'm absolutely giving you a headache. And I apologize even more if you weren't having a headache, and then because I said it, you're like, actually, my head does hurt now. And the clock, oh, we got to start the timer. Harrison Smith, we're just not going to be able to afford these guys, right? Can we tag players even if we're broke? I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Can we tag a player even if we're broke? Brian O'Neill would probably be the guy. Oh, no. Oh, crap. I don't think you can tag. Wait. Stop the clock. See, we probably don't even need to stop the clock. We're crushing it these days. Clock management on point. We're like the opposite of Andy Reid. Can we get rid of Kirk Cousins? He's guaranteed, right? This is a big year for Kirk. I think we should get rid of him. We have to. If we want to re-sign players, we have to. And then we just got to draft a QB and hope he God tiers it. Kirk Cousins. We have freed 25 mil, technically. Boy, oh boy, is this going to be quite a thing. Okay, we making big boy plays. Relax. We're going to be gunning it in free agency for something. Please tell me, like, Drew Brees got pissed and he's there. I think we can let Mike Hughes go. Okay, so we have... I don't know how much money we have. Let's go start the clock up again. Brian O'Neill needs a contract, a 2-year 18. Definitely doing that. That's fair. Happy to sign. Glad to do so. A tag for Harrison. Let's just do that now, and then I'm thinking of Hughes. How much was Hughes' number, actually? Ooh, 14 mil. We can't do it. And we're going to stop the clock. Actually, let's just keep it going. Whatever. I'm gonna do a little victory lap here and just go into free agency with the clock running. That's like 7 seconds away. I don't care. Trey White. Like we said, if we're going to allow these big signings like this one, which I don't know if that's going to happen in real life, we're going to have to pay them fair compensation. Jair, I'm going to leave because he usually hits free agency, but the other guys I can't confirm always do. Safety could be a thing. QB, Mitchell Trubisky could be the guy. I don't think he's a very good QB, so I'm not willing to do much more than like a 3 or 14. That should be enough to get him here. It's going to be quite interesting if he actually does join us. That'd be hilarious. As far as other things go, can we get like a backup corner? Actually, no, we don't need a backup corner if we get Tre'Davious. I'm trying to think anything else. Corner, safety. Let's go safety maybe. Harrison, Ronnie. Let's go for Terrell Edmonds. 13 mil. That's a 55. I'm cool with that. Let's get some backups in here. Clock's draining now. See, that's the thing. It didn't feel like that much for this team because they have a lot of positions, you know, set. But there are some teams that we definitely would struggle with time-wise. So, you know, don't completely say, oh, this series is, or this style is going to be trash. Don't, you know, call it that. We chose a decent team, right? We chose a team that can compete for a Super Bowl this year. But I felt like because their sim team was bad, usually in sim, like I said, I felt like it was a worthy team to try it on. So I still think we were the reason we won the Super Bowl in a way. I don't think AI Vikings win it in the first 3 consistently, but we'll see. We're definitely going to have some ones of these that is definitely going to struggle based on talent. Like I think we're gonna struggle to keep the talent going. We're gonna go for 2 more players and then call it there, and then probably draft a free safety unless we get Edmonds. In fairness. QB is definitely behind the list if there's anyone there. That's the thing. The AI probably didn't scout a single safety. That's it. We're calling it there. We got Trey White, we got Whitehead, and we got Reed. We're going to have to waste a little bit more time because we definitely need to try to get Trubisky or someone. Clock is resuming. Trubisky, let's offer like a minimum deal to Kirk, who just would not accept. That would be a little bit of a steal for him, though. 10 mil instantly to join any team as well. If Rosen's time to shine, this is going to be a very big failure in a moment. Let's take a look at some of the other things. So let's get rid of that. Unfortunately, we need to draft a safety, but I suppose it gives us something to draft. Come on, True. You're really good in sim. I don't know why, but you just are. Do we bump it? How? What? I gave him more money, and he's sadder about it. Wait, am I on Droogs? Okay, so okay, fair enough. May not have got him more money. Available funds. So, like, I'm broke as an owner, but the team has enough salary cap. That's cool. All right, Mr. Trubisky. Want to join us? We got Rosen. So, we're going to go in and stop the clock on Tree. No, we're not. We're going to leave it on there. And we probably should have the clock going for 5th-year options, but honestly, I can't be bothered. I'm going to say no because I think we should just re-sign him. Can't believe we got a little bit of cap space for this team and then instantly blew it away. Trubisky accepted Kurt. Oh, God. Now we have a question mark. Nah, Trubisky's definitely starting. We paid him a 3-year worth actual money. But as far as what we need in the draft, safety is obviously very, very high. And unfortunately, there doesn't look like there's any good safeties that are high. I mean, they're all high. That's the problem. Oh, here we go. Eli Lilly. That is the one. That's the guy. If that isn't the guy, I literally, like, I should just retire from scouting. At the end of the day, it's not, you know, if he's gone, there are some options, but still. I'd prefer if he was the one on our team. Hiddens are tough to get, though, so you never know. This guy is worth it for a mid-second. If we can get up there, 3rd, I'll put him on the block. Not the block, the list. Can't put a player on the block you don't physically have. Smart play. It is a smart play, in fairness. Trading away a player you don't own the rights to, that's a really solid play. Bold as they get. Oh, you gotta. When they skip the combine, it's almost like you have to. It's like if you could have like $5 or the mystery box. Like, let's be honest. You're going to get $5 another way in your life at some point, but you'll never know it's in the mystery box if you don't choose it. Well, we're kind of screwed because we didn't get the chance to scout the other kicker punter. So we can go to about 15 at least here. And then, depending on what the free safety position looks like, that may be when we make our play. The Red Washington football franchise just drafted a left tackle named Haskins. Ooh, okay. That could have been really freaking bad. As far as who we got, so let's take a look at the actual board. Oh, what are we doing with ourselves? We got to trade up. Oh, no. We're giving ourselves a handicap, not an actual handicap. Like, I go blind. I'm sorry to blind people. It's not a joke to you. It's literally just like, it's a physicality thing. So let's go to trade. Get that clock ready. 13 minutes. Clock is dripping. Okay, there it goes. Oh, crap. I forgot who the damn team was. Whatever. I'm gutsy. I'm just going to let it go. Titans. I'm going to let the clock go. No, I'm not really gutsy. I'm just lazy. I don't want to stop and start the clock. 3rd round pick to the Titans. What do they want? They need a QB. That would be a little too cheese for my liking. I accidentally took too much QBs. I'm not going to, cheese that. Oh, there you go. Okay, never mind. We got the trade. I maybe could have gotten it for less, but I'm totally fine with it. That's a steal. New free safety / strong safety coming in. I don't know what he's better at. Probably strong. Wrong player. Eli Lilly be hidden. Oh my god, players just don't like to be hidden these days. Everything's out on the freaking media these days. What do we have? We had like an early second, maybe an early third. Was it the tackle? No, it was not. All right, so let's move these guys down, obviously, for reasons of obviaticism. I don't know what that means. If the corner is there early second, we're going to take him. And if he's not, we shall not take him. That's how that works. Kind of hoping he's there, though. Corner is there. We do have a free safety as well. We could take the risk on that, but I think this corner looks too good to pass. Jacksonville Jaguars getting that clock ready to go. We actually are kind of, running out of time here. If we would have done 15, it would have been perfect. Oh, crap. Clock. The Jacksonville. I'm glad I said the team out loud, because otherwise I just would not have remembered. Tight end, QB, right guard. So right guard perhaps could be on the list here. No, it's not. Who's this? Ezra Cleveland. If he was actually playing right guard, he'd be set. Like, it would be easy trade all day. You want the tackle? Left tackle. Nice. I'm glad you want all the positions we have, just playing at the wrong spot. Sweet, dude. You need a wide receiver? Do they need a running back? I don't even think we have a running back, though. Yeah, Mr. Christian, 31-year-old Wade. Brew. Gladney? You want Gladney? You'd be glad to be. That's not true. Let's go 5th round. Maybe a 4th will do it. Please, 4th round pick. We're wasting a lot of clock. 14.5 minutes. Oh, please. No. Oh, crap. We're starting to choke it. Crap. What the hell is it? Oh, yeah, the 2nd round pick. Please be enough. Please be enough. It is clutch. That was actually so clutch. That was beyond clutch, some would say. All right, Trent Butler, be worth it, because these are actually kind of expensive players on top of it. 72 overall again. Kind of slow. How tall is he? Ooh, that ain't that good. Decent press, decent catching, though. But yeah, as far as that goes, I think we might be trading up to like mid to late 3rd if we have the ability to, because I think you have to just risk it on a guy that skipped the combine. Was that an early 4th draft pick? That might be too high. That might be too high. And then, is he there? He is. To be fair, this tackle's not bad either. I mean, you're really just going for luck. Nah, we're going to trade up for Dom. This might not be a doable trade, though. Is it Jaguars again? Okay, we have to skip at least one pick, because I know for a fact they're not going to be a team we can win with. The Bengals. All right, here it is. Crap, why would I do that? You got to go to the team first. Right guard, center. Got a couple options here. Okay, right tackle. Udo. There you go. Damn it. Left end. I think we only have one. Wilkes? Wilkes? Willikies. Wide receiver. Do we have to give him Johnson? Oh, there it is. No, it's not. I will give them Johnson. I do not care. Please just take it. Thank you. Done. That might be the last trade last trade for something we want specifically. We're risking it for Dom Robinson because he skipped the combine, and he is hidden. 69 overall. We actually landed a freaking hidden player. I am excited. I wish linemen had more hiddens, or they had a way to dev up in the game. But the fact that there are a lack of hiddens and there are already very good players, even though they're normal, hiddens are kind of more fun now because it's actually kind of rare. Before we would get like 2 to 3 minimum a draft. Now it's like you get 2 to 3 drafts before you get one. Fullback. Kind of need the punter. I'm just going to take the punter. He's the best available based on combine grade. 66 overall. He's 24. Oh my god, what a terrible decision. He's not good. No remaining picks. Okay, well, I guess we're going to go for a kicker in free agency. 15 minutes and 17 seconds. I'm trying to think if there was anything we missed. Of course, we'll take a look at our offensive lineman. Probably going to be Star, but, I mean, whatever it is, he's going to be starter at left guard, I would imagine, unless we have a player we have to get rid of. Brooks could have retired. Star development as expected. Brooks very well could have retired. What do we have here? Was it a corner we could have had? We had Lilly. Is Terrence Stewart up there? Was Michaels the guy? Was Crocker the guy? I really don't remember, so I'm just going to ignore it. But I'm pretty sure this will be our final season. I don't even think we'd have enough time to do a 4th season with the clock remaining. We only have 15 minutes left, just 5 minutes left. So I don't even think we'd be able to do that. But let's clean the team up and get them geared up for this final year, most likely. All right, the final year where the team would pretty much explode anyways. I would say Brooks probably retires after this year. He's 33. No, maybe one more year. I don't know, but he's an absolute legend. Jefferson is now the number 1 with a 95 overall rating. Of course, Thielen has dropped to an 87, but still definitely usable. Definitely usable. Kirk Cousins, not the starter. Trubisky will be this year. Irv Smith now takes over the job over Rudolph. Defensively, we lose, Harrison Smith, so we drop a little bit there, but it's more than gained back with the addition of Tre'Davious White. Once again, I don't know what the team would be like in the future, but as for right now, which is all I care about because it's the final year, it's just as good as last year, debatably better. It depends on would you rather have Harrison Smith or Tre'Davious White. I personally would probably rather have the lockdown corner. I think it makes the safety's job a lot easier, whereas you can have a great safety, but it doesn't always make the cornerback's job easier because obviously if the safety has to come up or whatnot, the corner at some point in the game is going to be one-on-one, and if Tre'Davious White is one-on-one, you're pretty safe, right? All right, I don't care too much about the timer, but looking at the re-signings just to see who it would be on the list. So Michael Pierce, 2-year, 32. Apparently we can actually afford him, so Irv would be a guy you would definitely re-sign, give him a 6-year deal, lock him up for $44 million. Then who else do you have? Garrett Bradbury, that's a 3-year, maybe a 4-year deal, actually. 4-year deal worth $37. Actually, maybe it shouldn't have been a 4-year. And then as far as Matthew Ioannidis goes, that's actually pretty fair. I think you keep Matthew Ioannidis and then you let Pierce go. They're both pretty similar, but one's a lot cheaper than the other. Of course, would prove the bonus. We'll get to that in a sec. Could probably tag Pierce for cheaper, actually. Just sign Matthew Ioannidis, tag Pierce if you're really worried. And that's pretty much all that matters, right? So, I mean, actually, maybe the team's not as screwed as we thought. And then as rookie, boom, 7-year deal, you're set. There you go. All right, head to the playoffs. It was looking pretty good for us, so let's see a 10-6 record this time. The Packers are number 2. The Bears are at the bottom where they belong. Sorry, Bears fans, but I think for at least the first year, that's probably going to be reality. And let's take a look at the actual ratings, because, of course, we do have, ironically enough, Mitchell Trubisky as their starting QB. 3,800 yards, 28 touchdowns, 13 picks. Worse than Kirk, but you kind of have to factor in how many rushing touchdowns he had. If you take away last year's where Kirk didn't have to share that many touchdowns, he would have had an extra 10. So if you say 3,800 yards, 38 touchdowns, 13 picks for Trubisky, that is a very good season. And of course, Justin Jefferson has literally never looked back. And as a Packers fan, it would hurt me because I really wanted the Packers to get Jefferson. And I thought they were going to actually trade up for him, but they didn't. Yannick shows up while Hunter does not. What a weird one. Tre'Davious shows up, which I'm glad about because we just signed him. And then Douglas, 9 for 11, pretty decent replacement. As far as the awards go, any award at all? Maybe, no. Vikings, Dalvin, number 2. Got a couple that were close, and yeah, a couple that were in the second place rank. But here we are, final season, going against the Green Bay Packers, the division rivals themselves, 92 overall Vikings to the 84 overall Packers. All right, here we are going to the end of the game. Good start for the Vikings. Packers are trying to bounce back, and they do, but the Vikings meet them with another 7. They meet them with another nothing. That could be the difference between the winning and losing the game. Injuries are not on, are they? 17-14, 20-14. Uh-oh. Minnesota with a touchdown and a 2-point field goal for the Packers. And a very good decision because they come back with a touchdown after. The Vikings are running a clock here. They're going to kick the field goal, right? I'd imagine they're going to kick the field goal. The rookie kicks the field goal to tie the game. Defense, make a stop. And it's a pick. I don't know who got it. Was it Trey? If it's Tre'Davious White, we're the greatest GMs ever, especially with the time limit thing. Trubisky with a big 4-touchdown, 404-yard, 0 interception game. Dalvin still played well. Can't say he carried, though, because holy crap, that was a game by True. And who was the pick? Was it Eric Kendricks? It was either Kendricks or Levi Wallace. Absolutely nuts. Douglas got blocked once. Daniel Carlson just missed. What a freaking game, though. That would be one hell of a game to witness. Even as a Packers fan, I wouldn't say I can't be mad, but it would be a fun one to watch at least. My freaking blood pressure would explode, though. I would actually probably die. I'll be honest. I'd probably die. In the divisional round, it is against the Seahawks. We beat them in the wild card round before, a 92 overall to their 87. This has been a pretty good success, you know? We wasted about, we used about 16, almost 17 minutes, maybe around that or more on trades and signings and free agents and all that. So, you know, it's a good timer maybe. I think 20 minutes for 3 years is fine because, once again, at the end of the day, once it comes down to playing as a team that's a little bit more rough at more positions, it'll be way harder, you know? There's certain positions we either couldn't upgrade, didn't need to upgrade, or they were locked in with a contract. So a lot of those positions. And at halftime, it's a 31-7 score. This is a championship run already. Already go to the championship game. 47-7, 50-7, 53-7. A touchdown at 2-point. Oh, would have gotten in the 60, but obviously, actually don't need the 2-point. Trubisky, another 400-yard performance with 3 touchdowns. I'm telling you, when I seen Trubisky in there, I just knew it. I don't know who at EA is just, maybe they had a long-term bet. They were like, I bet you in 5 years Trubisky has a Super Bowl ring or something. And they're like, I'm going to just make him good in Madden. So then I could be like, I meant in Madden, bro. You know I work at EA. Gotcha. My money. Which would be really strange, and I probably wouldn't talk to them ever again, but it would be valid. Going against Dallas, in Dallas, which is ironic because the last Super Bowl we just won was in Dallas. They're a very good overall, a very good record. They could be the team that knocks us off. And if they aren't, that's a GG because we had one of the best rebuilds you could ever ask for. A 3-year speed rebuild with a result of 2 Super Bowls. That'd be very divine, good sir. Sorry for the accent. I didn't need to push that out. 3-3. What a riveting scoreboard. 3-all still. 3-6. 3-9. 10-9. Ooh, that 2-point conversion for Dallas was nice. Oh, we've got point. Oh, there's points coming left and right. Guess what? Minnesota is back in the Super Bowl. And I also thought of something kind of more interesting. Is, you know how we sometimes come in the game to save the team? We would add that to the time. Not in-game time, but real-life time. We would add that to the timer if we want to come in. I think that's going to be the rule as well. So that could add some fun to it on top of it. But here with Minnesota, we might not have to. We literally might not have to, which would be insane. But here we are, going to the freaking bowl. Back-to-back years. This is obviously a success. No doubt about it. It's just really, are you guys having fun? Did you have fun? And it's the Chiefs. We're not about to have fun. Let's take a look at the dev-ups. Trubisky probably not good enough for star, but I don't know how hard it is to get to star. Apparently that hard. It's hard enough, at least. No dev-up for Irv. Defensively should have had a few. We had no safeties, no corners. I believe it was only... Actually, no, Barr might have gotten to Superstar X Factor, which a little bit late, buddy, but I suppose we're locked in for another year or two, I think, with him. So better than not having that, I guess. But here it is, the Kansas City Chiefs. Can we avoid them being a freaking God squad? Hopefully. Drove all the way down the field, no points. Same for them, but they didn't really drive all the way down. Like I said, I think I jinxed it. Down 10, huge touchdown drive there. But even bigger touchdown drive for them before half. 14-17, huge drive. That's a GG. Or is it? This is a close game. We know the rules. If we want to come in, we got to waste some time. And that's going to be a GG. Damn, unfortunately, the Vikings cannot do it. No back-to-back Super Bowl wins, but back-to-back Super Bowl trips. We're going to pretend the pink confetti is purple, And we're just going to assume that we did win the Super Bowl. We obviously didn't, but a hell of a run yet again. Let's take a look at Trubisky's numbers. We jinxed it. We 100% jinxed it. Threw a pick, no touchdowns, way under 400 yards. We ruined it. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who had a really good debut for the Chiefs recently, even though it's against the Texans' terrible run-stopping defensive line. It's ironically enough, what are the how many X factors in the game? 50? What are the chances J.J. Watt shows up? Like, that's 1 in 50 odds. Maybe even more astronomical because of the timing, you know? Like, I was in middle of the conversation while we backed out. Regardless, we obviously did a really good job. We had time to spare. The real question is, did you guys enjoy yourselves? Did you like the idea itself? And if you did, or you didn't, why, I suppose, in the comment section below. If there's anything I could do to improve it, or you guys are just like, I'm not feeling it, don't care, scrap it, let me know in the comment section below. Of course, any other challenge rebuild ideas, I'd like to know. If you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, and then I think tomorrow we will be doing a stream live on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't know when the proper First Rams episode will be up. Probably either tomorrow or the next day. Anyways, like I said, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for the next video. What team should be next? Regular or speed? But until next video, see ya!